ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello everyone, welcome to CoreTV Primetime News. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. In our major story, residents of Majidun in Ikorodu area of Lagos vandalized church over alleged human ritual activities. Also in this program, bomb explosions outside Abuja Shopping Plaza leave 21 people dead and 17 others injured. More shocks greet Ayo Faishe's win as Lagos State Governor Babátúndé Fáṣọlá raises eyebrow over the outcome of Ekiti governorship election. And outside Nigeria, Ukraine vows to stick by its unilateral ceasefire despite downing of an army helicopter by pro-Russia separatists.
Tonight on Business News, Nigeria pledges support for European Union long-term gas supply security.
And now the details. There was pandemonium on Wednesday at Majidun Ikorodu area in Lagos, where a church suspected to be a den for human ritual activities was vandalized and almost set on fire. Our correspondent was there and brought back this report. Trouble started in the early hours of the day when a female member of the church was allegedly caught with a 4-year-old child carried in a bag. She was said to have kidnapped the child in response to an earlier request made by the pastor. Angry youth in the area immediately descended on the church, vandalizing everything on sight and setting a pot on fire before the arrival of the police that condoned off the church premises. Eyewitnesses give account of what happened.
The church has been here for over 10 years now. We did not know the name. So now that man that they said the man is mad person, the man is not mad. We interviewed the man. The man said it is his wife that brought him here for over two years now, 11 years now. Now the chain that is in that man is over. If you investigate that chain, well, that chain has chopped, it has rotted the man's hand. The man's hand is bad.
My wife died last year, October 25th. So I told my wife he should not worship from this church. This church is not church. He will come and bring water. He will come and bring oil. He will come and bring, I will throw away everything. At last, on 19th of October, my wife began to shout, Pastor Noise, he kill me. Pastor Noise, this is how you do me.
For long, we heard that this man, they say art. They say it might be art for this place. Now today, God don't look in secret. So this church can come out for here.
An extension of the church where mentally ill persons are allegedly kept for healing was not spared by the angry mob, who says the people kept there are not sick as claimed, but kidnapped and used for rituals. The only patient seen, whom the mob claims gave clear account of how he was kidnapped, could not affirm the story. A landlord and community leader in the area also affirmed the suspicion of the church.
I'm living where the ministry house is behind in my house. But what we have experienced past 5 years ago, we experienced that these people, they will bring the people, they call them, they are mad people. They will started shaming them. And in the midnight, we will see the big vehicle, they will be coming in, going out.
I see one of those weary, she don't run. What happened? She can't call everybody say, I'm not mad, you are not mad. You people now kidnap me, go that place. Yo.
Both the pastor and his wife were absent at their residence, which was under surveillance by men of the Nigeria Police Force when CoreTV News visited. The security guard of the house, who was skeptical about speaking to our crew, however claimed ignorance of the pastor's whereabouts.
He left here this morning.
What time? What time?
That was around 7
in the morning.
Yes.
Where was he going to?
I don't know.
What about his wife?
Yeah, he came in just now. I never tell when that one to come out.
The police too refused to comment on the issue as the area commander on site declined to speak. A visit to the State Police PRO Ngozi Braid for a comment on the development yielded no fruit as she was unavailable. Meanwhile, it is only police investigation that will reveal if the church is an extension of the House of Horror discovered last March in Ibadan. However, what is certain is the continuation of the church in the community has come to an abrupt end. Away from there to Abuja, where 21 people have been confirmed killed in a multiple bomb blast in the heart of the city. The bombs went off at about 3:50 p.m. in front of the popular Emma Plaza
this afternoon. The unfortunate incident happened at about 3:50 p.m. As soon as the incident happened, security agencies moved into the scene. We cordoned off the crime scene and immediately initiated actions targeted at saving lives and protecting the existing property. And that we have done creditably well so far. The casualty figure for now is 21 persons dead, 17 injured. 21 persons dead and 17 persons injured. If there is any change later on, we will gladly inform you. It's also heartwarming to know that an arrest has been made and security agencies will be following up with that arrest.
However, the coordinator, National Information Center, Michael Mary, said soldiers have killed one of the suspected bombers of Emma Plaza in Abuja and arrested another. Omeri says that the attackers came on a power bike and planted an improvised explosive device by the entrance of the shopping mall. He said the suspects who attempted to flee the scene of the incident were shot and arrested by personnel of the Guards Brigade on patrol in the area. One of them later died from wounds sustained from gunshots, while a bag containing IEDs was also recovered from the suspects. The Adamawa State Police Commissioner John Abakasanga said that the blasters occurred in Mubi town. Abakasanga says that an improvised explosive device was thrown at a police patrol team and went off at Kasuma Kuturu along Amadou Bello Way. He, however, said that there was no casualty as the IED did not hit its target, adding that no arrest has been made yet and that the affected area had been condoned off for proper investigation and possible arrest. The commissioner said apart from the affected area, there was calm in other parts of the town where people going about their normal activities. The police have arrested 2 suspects over the brutal attack in some villages in southern Kaduna. Police spokesman in the state, Aminu Lawan, disclosed this to CoreTV News in Kaduna. He added that more policemen have been deployed to the 2 villages and surrounding areas to prevent more attacks. And join us earlier on the phone from Kaduna is the police spokesman, Aminu Lawan.
The security of the area has been beefed up. So far, 2 suspects have been and some exhibits have been recovered, which include some live ammunition and an AK-47 rifle were recovered. So investigation into the incident is ongoing. Meanwhile, the area is calm. People are going about their local businesses as I'm talking to you now. The men are fully on ground to ensure adequate security of the area, to prevent, the spillover of the, problem to other villages around the area.
While the Sangha Local Government Council of Kaduna State has imposed a 24-hour curfew to check the wave of killings and rise in tension in the area, no fewer than 38 persons were killed on Monday night in Kabamo and Ampong villages during an attack by gunmen. Chairman of the council, Emmanuel Adamu, said in a statement in Kafanchan that the curfew was imposed to forestall further loss of lives to restore normalcy. Adamu added that more lives were lost before 6 p.m. on Tuesday. He urged the people of the area to remain calm as security operatives are on top of the situation. In Borno State, the State Police Command had said that no new abducted students of Government Girls Secondary School Chibok had escaped from captivity. There were speculations earlier that 8 of the abducted schoolgirls escaped from their captors. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Lawan Tanko, said that the story is not true. Nigerian authorities have dismissed reports of a fresh abduction of 60 women from Damboa in Borno State. Coordinator of the National Information Center, Michael Mary, insists that nothing like that happened. He added that the Borno State government has also rubbished the claims. The All Progressives Congress legislators in Edo State House of Assembly have accused the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Abubakar, of aiding the 4 suspended lawmakers in the House to perpetuate illegality. The chairman, Committee on Information, Kabiru Ajoto, made the disclosure on behalf of the legislators. The Assembly had been in crisis since June 9, following the suspension of 4 lawmakers, including the Deputy Speaker, Festus Ebia. The 3 others are from the PDP. The legislators were suspended following the alleged refusal to obey court order, restraining them from participating in legislative activities. Ajoto alleged that the IG and the State Commissioner of Police had given protection to the suspended lawmakers to hold parallel sittings. However, the State Commissioner of Police, Folusho Adebanjo, debunked the allegation. You're watching CoreTV Primetime News. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more stories. Do stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ghana. Please remain seated and ensure your seatbelts are fastened. You can now turn on your MTN mobile phone data to enjoy a browsing rate of 5 kobo per kilobyte with MTN One World. Thank you.
Absolutely. Browse like home with MTN One World. Surfing the web from any MTN operating country costs the same like home. Enjoy affordable rates when you call and send text messages. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN. Everywhere you go.
This one wash challenge will test Ariel to see if it removes stains in one wash. Let the challenge begin. First, chocolate and juice. We will wash shirts with Ariel. Look, Ariel has cleaned in just one wash. So which detergent removes stains in one wash? Ariel, P&G Everyday Quality Brand.
CoreTV News now provide a platform for live coverage of political rallies and electioneering campaign from anywhere in Nigeria. Political news stories, political editorial reviews, political discussions, personality profile, People's Parliament from the National, State and Local Government Assembly. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733. 01453-3407.
Our 24-hour news station. You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
Glad to have you back. Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola says the outcome of Ekiti governorship election is not consistent with human behavior. Governor Fashola expressed surprise that the people of Ekiti did not reciprocate developmental initiatives of Kayode Fayemi for free rice and distribution of money. He said the Ekiti election left so many questions begging for answers.
The way people have behaved 2 weeks ago, 1 week indeed ago, nobody who was a very self-respecting public commentator could comfortably stand up and say Governor Fayemi would lose this election. Nobody could say that. And nobody said that. Now, the worst that you could say was that it looked close. If it did, is this the way human beings have behaved? Is it the normal way to behave? Does a governor who everybody says did well lose even in his own ward? If he was such a bad governor, was his deputy also a bad deputy that she too lost? Was the Speaker of the House also bad? And I know that this may be difficult to convey, but I want Nigerians to listen to the message and not the messenger, because I have a partisan interest. But let us simply examine human behavior here. And perhaps people should remember that the governor-elect now, from his own party, was told to all of us by his own party that he had criminal issues to answer. They removed him. They took him to court. They haven't come back to come and tell us that he has been acquitted. And they bring him back to the same state. Is that consistent with human behavior, with this result? Do human beings behave like that? Memories may have faded, but do they all fade such that this same governor now defeats an incumbent who everybody says has done well in all local governments?
Fashola also maintained that the outcome of the election is not yet foreclosed. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress in Osun State has taken its re-election rally to Ikirun town ahead of the August 9 governorship election. Osun State correspondent Vido Koro was at the rally and filed in this report.
Heralding the rally to Ikirun town, the faithful of the party sang and danced to tunes, singing the praises of the governor, Rauf Aregbesola. After a courtesy call on the Akinrun of Ikirun, Oba Rauf Olayiwola Olawale, the governor proceeded to the campaign ground, where the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Najim Salam, said the party and the people of Ikirun are held together by a common bond.
Physical development, good projects, people-oriented programs are the things that make people of Ikirun and environment to vote and support Ogbeni Aregbesola come August 9, 2014. The physical things, roads, schools, marketplaces, and new things.
The State Commissioner for Youth Development, Stephen Kola Balogun, charges all eligible voters in the state to ensure due registrations and collections of their permanent voters' cards.
I want to make it clear now, therefore, to all the people of Osun, particularly the youths, don't on any account sell your cards to anybody for small sums of money. Your mandate is valuable. It's important to this state. It's important for posterity. Cast your vote responsibly and do not sell that card.
A member of the House of Representatives representing Ifelodun constituency, Yinka Ajayi, speaks on the Ekiti governorship election and its resultant effect on the Osun APC's campaign efforts.
Yes, the consequence of Ekiti, result of the Ekiti election will not be lost on the electorates in Osun. But the terrain is different. The environment is different. The government is different. Although the party is the same, we run the same model of government. The lesson we've learned from Ekiti is that we really need to be wary of people's skills to manipulate the voters.
On the question of lessons from the Ekiti election, the state governor, Rauf Aregbesola, says it calls for massive mobilization on the part of the party.
We work harder, we mobilize more, and we beseech God to crown our effort with absolute success.
That's the lesson.
With this type of crowd at the 5th re-election rally of the Osun APC, political observers in the state would definitely be interested to find out if this number will be replicated on the day of the election. Bid Okoro, CoreTV News, Ekirun.
Still in Osun State, the first hearing of the State Standing Commission of Inquiry on Disturbance of Public Peace was held at the State's High Court, Osogbo. Osun State correspondent Bid Okoro was at the hearing and filed in this report.
The commission was set up through the Office of the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice at Diwali Afolabi. The law would cause inquiry to be made for the purpose of public welfare into acts or attempted acts of disturbance of public peace anywhere in the state. Out of the 11 inquiries presented was the one between Balogun Kujenyo and the Osun State government over a chieftaincy declaration made in the 60s under the government of the then Western region. Counsel to the Kujenyos, Gani Kale, says the aggrieved family are seeking to have the state government review the said declaration and to reinstall their rights to the throne of the Balogun of Osogbo.
The content of that declaration clearly denied them of their right to those provisions. So they are calling for the government to launch a new panel of inquiry to look into that chieftaincy declaration made in 1960 as to cover their own interests, based on the fact that they are people of Osogbo and they equally have a right to be installed or to ascend the position of Balogun of Osogbo or Otun Balogun of Osogbo.
A member of the Balogun Kujenyo family, Sulaimon Adetunji, says their grievances started when someone from outside the Balogun family was installed as the Balogun of Osogbo by the then government.
They are now making one of, what they call Baba Oja, where they sell market, Baba Oja. Ordinary, let me call, it's not security chief. They call him for our life to enter into Otun Balogun of Osogbo. That make us to be annoyed.
Although the day's hearing was adjourned to July 1st, 2014, the Balogun family appeared resolved to pursue the matter to a conclusive end. Bid Okoro, CoreTV News, Osogbo.
The Federal Executive Council has approved a 14 billion naira contract for engineering infrastructure for the Ginda Daya area of the Federal Capital Territory. Information Minister Labrin Bako discussed this at the
memo,
press
which was presented by the Minister of State FCT, is aimed at providing modern amenities for Gidandaya district, for Gidandaya urban renewal site, which is located at Kurudu district. And Council discussed the memo thoroughly, and we unanimously approved this memo because part of the mandate that FCT has is to ensure that we lessen the discrepancy between the Abuja city center and the surrounding communities in order to stem the inflow of population from the satellite towns into the city.
This project is for the infrastructure in Kurudu, as we have said, to relocate those who are currently living in Yanya labor camp. As you know, the Yanya labor camp was a temporary labor camp that was established over 30 years ago when this capital city was being built. It housed the laborers who worked to build this great city of ours. And after that, the houses were sold to the junior workers in the ministries, to some students and security personnel. However, upon a review, the FCT administration found that the Yanya labor camp is very overcrowded. The houses are dilapidated. There's poor sanitary conditions, inadequate social amenities, and minimal infrastructure. In fact, the UN Habitat declared the Nyanya labor camp as unfit for human habitation. As a result, as a responsible administration, we felt it is not right for us to leave our citizens in such a condition, hence the relocation of the residents of Nyanya labor camp to the Gidandaya site in Kurudu district.
Nigeria and Ethiopia have agreed to deepen cooperation in the area of security and agriculture. This was part of the outcome of high-level talks between President Goodluck Jonathan and the Ethiopian Prime Minister Haile Mariam Desalegn in Abuja.
Extremely well. First and foremost, you see that these two countries are agrarian countries. I remember I participated in ringing of bell in the exchange for the coffee commodity exchange. Yeah. Community exchange. So these are areas that the two countries. Nigeria started very well in agriculture, but somehow in the 70s, because of oil, we abandoned agriculture.
So that slowly will grow from region to region. So we'll have an Africa-wide intra-trade, which is very important, as the President said. But as African nations, we should be very careful in how to help our industrialization. Local content of this industrialization has to take place. Otherwise, we will be a dumping site for foreign producers.
Coming up next on the news tonight is Business News with Sabena Izoko, shortly after this break.
This one wash challenge will test Ariel to see if it removes stains in one wash. Let the challenge begin. First, chocolate and juice. We will wash shirts with Ariel. Look, Ariel has cleaned in just one wash. So which detergent removes stains in one wash? Ariel, P&G Everyday Quality Brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ghana. Please remain seated and ensure your seatbelts are fastened. You can now turn on your MTN mobile phone data to enjoy a browsing rate of 5 kobo per kilobyte with MTN One World. Thank you.
Absolutely. Browse like home with MTN One World. Surfing the web from any MTN operating country costs the same like home. Enjoy affordable rates when you call and send text messages. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN, everywhere you go.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
CoreTV News presents a platform with presence in over 30 states of the Federation. Be sure to be had. For live coverage of events, we have the capacity to deliver from anywhere in Nigeria and beyond. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733. 014-533-407.
A 24-hour news station.
Hello there and welcome to the world of business with me, Sabena Izoku. The federal government of Nigeria says it will help the European Union to attain long-term gas supply security. According to the statement from the NNPC, emerged following discussion at the 11th EU OPEC Energy Ministerial Dialogue in Brussels, Belgium, where Ministers of Petroleum Resources and alternate President of the OPEC Conference, Daisy Alison Madueke, noted Nigeria is primed to explore its gas potentials to the fullest. This pledge is particularly crucial as Europe struggles to free itself from overdependence on Russia's natural gas. Russia currently supplies around 30% of all gas consumed within Europe and have been accused of using it as a weapon. The EU Energy Commissioner says he recognizes the long-term potential of Nigeria's energy sector and would welcome further discussions to explore ways for greater collaboration between the EU and Nigeria. Nigeria's gas production has increased to over 8 billion cubic feet per day, and the country is the 8th largest gas producer in the world and the 6th largest gas supplier to Europe. Nigeria has lost 63.51 million barrels of crude oil, a rate of 174,000 barrels per day, to oil theft and other associated incidents in 2013, depriving the country of 823 billion naira revenue. The managing director of Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria, Mutiu Sumonu, who made this known in an interaction with newsmen in Lagos, said the loss included shutdown of facilities in the period. Sumonu also said an average of 32,000 barrels of oil were lost daily in Shell Petroleum Development Company's operations through third-party activities during the period, and the incidence of oil theft and other negative issues in the oil production process has forced down the volume of the company's daily oil output to 693,000 barrels during the period. He regretted the synergy between the Shell and the federal government to evolve ways to effectively curb oil theft had not yielded much result. Sumoni therefore advocated the inclusions of communities in the search for solutions to oil theft, stressing that the government and the oil companies alone will not win the war against the menace. He also explained the development will bring growth in the nation's oil and gas industry. Investors in the privatized power firm and the federal government may be heading for a showdown as the deadline for the improvement of electricity supply to consumers ends at the end of this month without much progress being made. The federal government had in January this year given marching orders to the investors and key operators in the sector to ensure that there was visible improvement in the supply of electricity across the country by June. The directive, which came from President Goodluck Jonathan, was announced by the Minister of Power, Professor Chinedu Nibu, during the inauguration of the board chairman of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, Ibrahim Waziri. The recent reversal of the moderate gains in power generation and supply is set to be causing tension in the sector, as operators do not have a clear idea of what the federal government's action will be, especially for firms that will be found wanting. The special advisor to the Minister of Power on Power Systems, Jonathan Ogbonna, confirmed that the ministry will, by the end of the deadline, review the situation on ground to determine why the firms had not been able to improve electricity supply to consumers. The Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria says it's collaborating with the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, to train 84 women on wealth creation across the country. The Director General of the agency, Baturi Masari, disclosed this while inaugurating a one-day entrepreneurship sensitization program for women and owned cooperative societies in Minna. Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria says the women capacity development was part of the federal government's effort in empowerment of the micro, small and medium enterprises in employment and wealth creation. Masari, represented by the Director of Enterprises Department, Justina David, said the program, in partnership with United Nations Development Program and the Federal Ministry of Youth Development, is designed to cover general entrepreneurship endeavors with special emphasis on women-owned cooperative societies and focus on managerial training, vocational retraining for women cooperative societies in the country. The Director General said the training will focus on challenges facing women entrepreneurs, such as gender discrimination, sourcing for information, machinery, raw materials, and establishment of business linkages with large enterprises. And trading on the market floor, Nigerian Stock Exchange today ended on a positive note for the fourth consecutive day. The All Shares Index appreciated by 247.01 points to close at 41,987.55 against 41,740.54 achieved on Tuesday. Also, the market capitalization rose by 82 billion naira to close at 13.864 trillion naira, compared with the 13.782 trillion naira recorded previously. At the end of transaction, volume of shares traded improved by 57.23%, with 978.542 million shares worth of 8.49 billion naira traded in 5,983 deals. Dangote Cement led the gainers table, followed by Mobil PLC, Lafarge, Wabco PLC, Okomo Oil, and Total PLC. Conversely, Wando Oil topped the losers chart, trailed by Nigerian Brewers PLC, BZ Cusson, Stanbic IBTC, and Champion respectively. Meanwhile, here are the top 5 trades. Business news. Coming up next is sport news with Bronson Werner, who's standing by to take the baton from me. But why not? Take it all. Over to you, Bronson.
Power style, that's what he delivered. Here's that ball, storming, Puyol with a flying lead.
No, taking them out in the lead immediately.
Thanks for joining us on Sport News tonight. I am Bronson Werner. The Super Eagles may have lost their game to Argentina, but of course there's still a lot of things to smile about. Round of 16, still around the corner. On the news tonight, a double from Lionel Messi a day after his 27th birthday inspired Argentina to a 3-2 win over African champions Nigeria and assured them of finishing top of Group F at the World Cup finals. Nigeria's defeat, their fourth in 4 meetings at the finals against Argentina, came with the considerable consolation that the Eagles progressed to the second round as Iran lost 3-1 to Bosnia-Herzegovina in their group game. Nigeria will be appearing in the second round of for the first time since 1998 and will face France in the next round.
They tried their best, they tried everything they can. They tried, and we are proud of Nigeria. That's for the fact that, like, 2-3, we are happy. God bless Nigeria.
Let's hope and see. Let's see them in the second round and see their performance. But they have really performed so excellently. So we see them in the second round against France, and I hope they go far.
Against any team, but I am sure that inshallah we will get to the final.
Luis Suarez faces the prospect of a long-term ban after shocking the World Cup with a new biting storm on Tuesday as Uruguay dumped Italy out of the tournament. Italy's stunning exit was overshadowed by the incredible incident involving Suarez, already banned twice before for biting opponents just before Gordon's winner. FIFA Executive Committee member Michael Dawes said Suarez should face hearing, and if found guilty by FIFA's disciplinary chiefs, the incident would almost certainly mean the end of tournament for the Uruguayan. In April 2013, the striker was given a 10-match ban by English FA after biting Chelsea's defender Branislav Ivanovic in a match at Anfield. He was also banned for 8 matches in 2011 for racially abusing Manchester United's Patrice Evra. Finally, on sport news tonight, to the Wimbledon defending champion Andy Murray made short work of his visit to Wimbledon's courts 1 as he trashed Slovakian's Bazarola to reach the third round. The Briton took advantage of the early start to the second show court to win 6-1, 6-1, 6-love in 1 hour and 24 minutes. Murray has now won 15 matches in a row at the All England club. He will play Spanish 27 seed Roberto Bastia of or Czech Republic's Enrich in the last 32 on Friday. Meanwhile, second seed Lina reached the third round of the Wimbledon after a 6-2, 6-2 win over world number 38 Yvonne Mersburg. Five-time champion Venus Williams is also through after beating Japan's Kurumi Nara 7-6, 7-4, 6-1. And that's sport news tonight. My name is Brownson Wana. Nifemi Oguntoye will be back with the rest of the news. Nifemi, Nigeria will face France. France is currently playing goalless with Ecuador. It's going to be a short, big game. Over to you.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on Digit 360.
2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back. And of course, Browns and Nigeria will be facing France. Everyone expecting the very best. Congratulations to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Go for gold and make Nigerians proud. Outside Nigeria now, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Pavlo Klimkin has vowed that Kiev will stick by its unilateral ceasefire despite the downing of an armed helicopter by pro-Russia separatists. He, however, warned that such provocations are extremely dangerous for getting a sustainable ceasefire. Ukrainian authorities have agreed to implement a week-long ceasefire, which came into force on June 21. President Petro Poroshenko sought urgent talks with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin after the rebel attack, which came despite ceasefire orders from their own commander.
Stick to our commitment, we stick to our unilateral ceasefire, and of course, such actions, such provocations are extremely dangerous for getting the sustainable ceasefire and extremely dangerous for the peace. We are committed to do our utmost in order to achieve the de-escalation of situation in Donetsk, in Lugansk, of course. It's critical.
More than 70 student survivors of South Korea's ferry disaster made an emotional return to their high school, watched by the relatives of the hundreds who died. 2 months after the Seoul passenger ferry capsized and sank with the loss of around 300 lives, the 74 pupils who escaped walked hand in hand as they made their way back to class for the first time. Of the 476 people on board the Seoul, 325 were pupils from Daewon High School on an organized trip to the southern resort of Ireland. The death of some 250 classmates and around a dozen teachers devastated the school in Ansan City, just south of Seoul. Daewon has become a symbol of the human cost of the tragedy. Many of the parents accompanied their children and relatives of the students who died, lined the entrance to the school to show their solidarity. The survivors have undergone weeks of intense therapy to help them deal with the trauma of the disaster and the sense of guilt some felt at escaping when so many others died. And it's a wrap on CoreTV Primetime News tonight. I am Nifemi Oguntoye on behalf of the production crew. It's goodbye. Thanks for being there.